Foreigners have played a big role in helping our armed forces keep our country safe. They've given us super fast and super strong airplanes that can protect our skies and national security. But as technology gets better and the bad guys get smarter, our planes need to get even better too. That's why we've been working really hard for a long time to make a brand new fighter jet, the 6th generation, and we're finally showing it off. Lots of people are really excited about this new fighter jet, and that's because it's super cool. But why do we even need a new one? Well, after spending a long time studying and testing all the cool stuff we can do with airplanes, we found out that these new jets bring us amazing benefits. These new jets are like the superheroes of the sky. They're faster and more powerful than ever before, and they help our soldiers keep us safe. So it's a big deal, and that's why everyone's talking about it. Evolution of U.S. fighter aircraft. For a long time, leaders in the United States were mainly focused on creating regular airplanes that could be used in wars. They wanted planes that could quickly help in battles. But it wasn't until October 1942 that the very first American jet took to the skies. This jet was called the Bell P-59 Aerocomet, and its development began secretly in September 1941. General Electric worked on the engines, while Bell built the airplane itself. By the middle of 1942, the first jets were ready, and in October of that year, they took off from what we now know as Edwards Air Force Base in California. About a year later, in 1943, they started making these jets in larger numbers. They made some improvements, like using the I-14 and I-16 Bell engines. Even though these jets never saw combat, they produced a total of 66 of them. These jets provided essential information for creating even better airplanes in the future and helped train our Air Force pilots. So during a time when there were rapid changes in the world of warplanes, the P-59 played a significant role. As time passed, airplanes became more advanced, and the U.S. had to design even better ones. They needed faster planes with cool features like machine guns that could shoot without hitting the propellers. To organize these new planes and understand what they could do, like their speed, weapons, and cool gadgets, they classified them into different generations. This classification system helped keep our pilots well prepared and at the forefront of aviation technology. The future of air dominance. The new stealth jet is super sleek and packed with high-tech sensors. It can carry a variety of missiles designed to take down both enemy aircraft and ground targets. And guess what? The next generation of fighter planes, known as the 6th generation, is on the horizon, promising even more exciting features. The United States Department of the Air Force shared this news on May 18th, with plans to finalize the contract for the Next Generation Air Dominance Platform, NGAD, by 2024. This program's main mission is to create a bunch of new systems to make sure that the U.S. military stays on top when it comes to intense combat situations. The NGAD platform is a big deal in the world of military aircraft. It represents a major technological leap forward compared to its predecessor, the F-22. According to Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall, the NGAD platform comes with some seriously impressive features, like being deadlier and being able to handle tough sky conditions like a champ. We've had 5th-generation fighters like the F-22 around for quite a while, with the F-22 Raptor kicking off this generation of fighter jets back in 2005. Other designs, such as the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, the Sukhoi PAC-FA, and the Chinese Chengdu J-20, followed suit. These planes are famous for their sneaky stealth technology, which makes them really hard to spot even by other 5th-generation aircraft with sensors all over the place. Plus, the pilots in these planes enjoy a full 360-degree view without needing to twist and turn the aircraft. This gives them a serious edge in spotting and dealing with threats. Let's talk about the F-22 for a moment. It's a real heavyweight when it comes to air dominance. This beast can cruise at twice the speed of sound, soaring up to 60,000 feet in the sky, and it can maneuver like a champ. How? Well, it's powered by two Pratt & Whitney F-119 turbofan engines, each cranking out a whopping 35,000 pounds of thrust. With this setup, the F-22 can do something called supercruise, which is like flying at supersonic speeds for a while without guzzling extra fuel. What's even more mind-blowing is that the pilot can control the direction of the thrust by about 20 degrees, a fancy trick called thrust vectoring. This is what allows the F-22 to pull off jaw-dropping maneuvers that seem to defy the laws of physics. When it comes to weapons, this jet is no slouch, carrying 6 120-mile-range radar missiles and a heat-seeking Sidewinder duo. It also sports a 6-barrel Gatling gun that spits out a mind-boggling 6,000 rounds per minute. In a nutshell, it's one mean flying machine. 6th generation's advanced. 5th generation aircraft are not just about stealth. They also excel in sharing critical information and are powered by advanced software that boosts their battlefield effectiveness. Take the F-35, for instance. It's equipped with software that helps it identify threats in intricate detail, giving it a significant edge over its adversaries. Now, when we look ahead to the 6th generation of fighter aircraft, things get even more exciting. While most of the 6th gen's features are still a well-kept secret, one thing is clear. This aircraft is going to be seriously impressive. One striking feature of the NGA-D, next-generation air dominance fighter, is its unique design, which we got a sneak peek of on Instagram. It has an overall triangular shape and a distinctive absence of a traditional tail section, thanks to some high-tech active flow control. This fighter will also be built with an open architecture, which means it can easily receive upgrades and adapt swiftly to new challenges posed by rival militaries who are constantly improving their sensors and weapons capabilities. What makes this fighter jet stand out is its advanced technology. It's loaded with the most cutting-edge equipment the U.S. has to offer. Unlike traditional radar systems, it sports a smart skin integrated into its body. These smart sensors gather information and share it across the entire fleet, ensuring that everyone is constantly aware of potential threats and armament changes. AI-enabled Wingman drone. The NGA-D fighter isn't just a sleek machine. It comes equipped with a wide array of advanced weapons, ranging from guns and missiles to high-tech laser-guided energy weapons. But here's where it gets really interesting. Each NGA-D fighter aircraft will have 2 trusty Wingman drones flying alongside it. The U.S. Air Force is considering the Boeing MQ-28 Ghostbat drone as a potential partner for these NGA-D fighter aircraft. This could be a smart move for both cost-saving and boosting the capabilities of the MQ-28. The MQ-28, previously known as the Loyal Wingman, successfully completed its first test flight in March. These drones are pretty impressive themselves, as they can take off, fly at different speeds, and operate at various altitudes. What's special is that they can work right alongside manned fighter jets without the need for a ground control station. This means the pilot of the NGAD fighter can control the drone's sensors and flight path in real time, creating a seamless and highly effective partnership in the sky. Now, all these incredible capabilities do come at a cost. Each NGAD fighter is estimated to be around $300 million, and the Air Force is planning to acquire about 200 of them. But it's still a solid deal because one NGAD fighter can do the work of several older fighters, especially when paired with AI-enabled drone wings. These jets and their Wingman drones can operate together like a well-practiced team, taking the game to a whole new level when compared to previous generations of fighter aircraft. Subsonic to supersonic. The progress in the U.S. Air Force has been lightning fast. In the early days, the first-generation aircraft like the F-86, MiG-15, and MiG-17 were pretty basic. They didn't have fancy avionics or advanced radars. Instead, they were armed with machine guns, cannons, and even weapons like guided bombs and rockets. One thing that stands out is that these planes had jet engines without afterburners, and they flew at speeds below the sound barrier. This era was all about subsonic aviation. Then came the second generation of fighters, and things got a lot more interesting. They introduced features like air-to-air infrared radar, guided missiles, and semi-active radar warning receivers. Planes like the F-104, F-5, MiG-19, and MiG-21 were part of this generation. What's cool is that not only did these fighters improve their technology, but they also made leaps in engine design and aerodynamics. This allowed them to break the sound barrier and cruise at supersonic speeds in level flight. During this time, air-to-air combat started moving beyond close quarters, with radar-guided missiles enabling pilots to engage enemies from a distance. The next stage saw even more significant improvements. Maneuverability got better, avionics systems became more advanced, and weapons capabilities improved. This marked the era of the first multi-role fighter aircraft, such as the MiG-23, F-4, and Mirage 3. These planes weren't limited to just one role. They could handle a variety of tasks effectively. Technological enhancements like Doppler radar enabled look-down or shoot-down capabilities, along with features like off-bore targeting and semi-active guided radio frequency missiles like the AIM-7 Sparrow and AA-7 Apex. These advancements meant that air combat could now happen from distances beyond what the naked eye could see, bringing a new level of control to the skies. This was particularly evident during the 1970s and 80s. Fifth-generation fighters. The introduction of fly-by-wire technology in aircraft like the MiG-29, Su-27, FA-18, F-15, F-16, and Mirage 2000 marked a significant advancement. These fighter planes of their generation showcased remarkable versatility, seamlessly switching between air-to-air and air-to-ground roles. This was a departure from the past when aircraft were often confined to a single role. These aircraft blurred the lines between controlling the skies and carrying out attacks, showcasing their adaptability. Fifth-generation jets take things to the next level with their exceptional features. Concealed internal weaponry keeps their arsenal a well-guarded secret. Their agility in the sky is truly remarkable, and their integrated avionics systems effortlessly connect all their advanced capabilities. They also boast technologies like supercruise, allowing them to achieve high speeds without excessive fuel consumption. These innovations are direct responses to the ever-growing threats faced by fighter aircraft. Stealth capabilities are a crucial strategy that enables these jets to remain hidden from advanced anti-air missiles. Their advanced sensors give them a competitive edge and the ability to detect enemies and even rival air defense radars from greater distances. The current aircraft design strikes a balance between addressing existing threats, preparing for future challenges, and ensuring the aircraft's survivability in various scenarios. The X44 Manta. In 1999, an intriguing concept inspired by the F-22 emerged, but it never took to the skies, giving rise to speculation that it might have been connected to the NGAD program. This concept was the X-44 Manta, envisioned by Lockheed Martin as a delta-shaped stealth fighter. The F-22 itself was designed to be a delta-shaped stealth fighter. However, the Manta took a different approach to the F-22's distinctive tail design, by incorporating an unusual tail with vertical and horizontal control surfaces. This unique design aimed to harness thrust vector control, which is crucial for executing acrobatic maneuvers essential in high-stakes aerial combat. Interestingly, elements resembling the X44 Manta concept have appeared in official renderings of the Air Force's 6th-generation air superiority fighter under the NGAD program, sparking speculation that the X44 Manta's design may have influenced the development of this new fighter. The Manta concept could have served as an early prototype for America's next generation of airborne power, aiming to achieve similar maneuverability to the F-22 but without the conventional tail surfaces, which enhance stealth by reducing radar visibility. Lockheed Martin collaborated with NASA to explore thrust vector control, a technique that allows adjustments to engine thrust for changes in trajectory. NASA's success with this technique, demonstrated on the active F-15 using wing canards from the FA-18 Hornet and thrust vectoring nozzles, showcased its capabilities. This technology enables pilots to manipulate jet engine nozzles for rapid changes in direction, a valuable asset in direct combat and dogfights. While we can't say with certainty what the Air Force had in mind, it's apparent that the X-44 Manta's objective was to create a more formidable counterpart to the F-22 Raptor. The focus on stealth aligns closely with the mission of NGAD, which emphasizes the development of next-generation fighters with advanced capabilities. The Secret of Hypersonic. During the production of the iconic film Top Gun, Paramount Pictures approached Lockheed Martin with an intriguing request: design an aircraft that would make the film's protagonist the fastest person in history. This proposition was interesting for Lockheed Martin, as they were already working on a similar project. The aircraft in question, known as the SR-72 and nicknamed the Dark Star, hails from the division renowned for crafting famous aircraft like the F-22 and F-35. The SR-72 stands as the world's first aircraft capable of flying at a mind-boggling speed of 7,500 miles per hour. To put this speed into perspective, this plane could cover the distance from Washington to Beijing in under an hour, rendering it nearly impossible for air and missile defense systems to intercept. This incredible speed is achieved through a variable cycle engine that can seamlessly shift from a turbojet to a rocket engine, ensuring a smooth transition between flight modes without any loss of thrust. What's even more fascinating is that engineers incorporated stealth technology into the Dark Star, making it highly invisible when flying at altitudes exceeding 15 miles and surpassing the capabilities of existing fighter jets. The choice of armament for this high-speed wonder was equally intriguing. Given its tremendous speed, conventional bombs and missiles wouldn't work, as they could collide with the aircraft after launch. The solution was laser weapons, an enhanced version of the laser weapon system fitted on the Dark Star. It boasts a power output of 350 kilowatts, capable of slicing through 5 inches of metal with its beam. The laser weapon's integration into the aircraft's structure maintains its aerodynamic performance, allowing it to achieve hypersonic speeds. It's important to note that Lockheed Martin has stated that the SR-72 is still in the development stage, and its full realization has not yet been achieved. They also claim that this aircraft will surpass the capabilities of the 6th-generation fighter currently being developed by the Air Force. Interestingly, some speculate that the appearance of the SR-72 in Top Gun could be a subtle exposure to potential adversaries, including China. Reports suggest that satellites were sent to capture images, believing it to be a secret U.S. project. An official web page was created for the Dark Star, showcasing Lockheed Martin's dedication to innovation. The company emphasized its tradition of rapidly developing lasting technology, a sentiment that aligns with the potential impact of the SR-72 on global events, especially during tense times. The roots of the Dark Star can be traced back to the SR-71 Blackbird, also developed by Lockheed Martin. The SR-71 gained fame as the fastest fighter aircraft ever built, known for its incredible speed and maneuverability. Despite its remarkable performance, it faced challenges, including oxygen supply issues at extreme altitudes and intense heat due to its speed. However, it left a lasting legacy and paved the way for advancements in aerodynamics. The parallels between the Dark Star and a high-end hypersonic aircraft are clear, and developers envision the SR-72 as a reconnaissance and attack aircraft that leverages incredible speed and advanced laser weaponry for unparalleled combat effectiveness. They believe it will reshape air power and enhance U.S. tactical and strategic capabilities. While some aspects have been exaggerated for cinematic flair in the film, the similarities between reality and fiction are striking. While the real plane is expected to reach speeds of approximately Mach 8, the fictional version in the film can reach Mach 10. Given the U.S.'s tendency to showcase Dark Star technology, it's highly likely that the aircraft is real. The evolution of U.S. armament has been a remarkable journey, witnessing advancements in cannons, tanks, ships, submarines, and now cutting-edge aircraft like the SR-72, as they strive to keep up with technological progress.